Just the BrickShots. Just the BrickShots.
Hey, welcome back, man. This is episode 97. I've been messing up the numbers again. I got to stop drinking before the show, you guys. Christian's back. Welcome back, dude. Glad to have you. Tonio,
Glad to be back.
Huh?
You ready to get into it?
Oh yeah, man. Let's go. I'm ready to talk about.
Well, I'm gonna start it off with you. Are the Ravens the best team in the NFL? Is that a brick or a bucket statement? I know
that is the biggest bucket so far to date. Tonio told him last week when you had him on Billy's Best as the number 3 team. I think you had him as the number 3 team in the league, and me and Chris argued with you that the Ravens probably were playing the best football in the NFL. And what do you do to prove that, Billy? Well, you go beat the team that everybody says is playing the best football, and you beat them not only beat them, but you beat them convincingly and make Brock Purdy get talked about crazy. Make Brock Purdy look like the game that Cam Newton. So yeah, man. They really are the best team in the NFL, and I'm happy, bro. Like everybody's talking about, well, Lamar's numbers aren't where they were or aren't where they should be. Who gives a fuck? Like we winning, he's leading them to these wins. Like he's playing smart, manageable football. He's lessening the turnovers. Yeah, they there. The defense rocking. Roquan Smith. What's the other guy that's back there with him in the middle?
Patrick Queen.
Patrick Queen. Butler was like, that's all SEC right there. When we watching the game, like, that what the SEC front to get you. Christian never find out soon. So yeah, bro. I really like that game I was watching. Hated for Brock Purdy, for real. I hated for him. But somebody had to do it, and I'm glad it was the Ravens because I did just say they was the best team. Chris, what we think, man? We still on the same page? Or
yeah. When we talked about it them weeks ago, I think that was during the time when Purdy was really struggling. So Baltimore at that time definitely looked like they was the best team. And I think they've been consistent the whole year. Like the Niners have had some ups and downs. The Ravens have just been smooth selling all year, doing what they've been doing. I'm curious if this is going to be a Super Bowl match that we're going to see in a few more weeks in February. I think it'll be exciting, man. It didn't seem like the 49ers had much trouble moving the ball on the Ravens defense, which I think that makes a future matchup more enticing because you would like to think that Purdy's not going to throw 4 balls to the other team again. But the Ravens came out and got the job done. Like you said, beat what a lot of people consider the best team convincingly and knocked Brock Purdy clear out of the MVP discussion.
All right, man.
Christian, welcome back, man. Now let me go with Christian, man.
I'm gonna go.
What you think?
I'm gonna go. It's a bucket. They playing the best football. Just beat who everybody thought was the best, and like you said, convincingly. And I'm kind of glad. I hate to see a player play bad, but a lot of people need to pump the brakes on the Brock Purdy MVP discussion. We just saw it. So I think Baltimore is running high, playing good football, best team in the league right now, and it's definitely a bucket for me.
That's fair. Matthew.
I think when 2 teams play this late in the season, we should get a lot closer a game, but Baltimore definitely manhandled the team who has manhandled the other best teams in the NFL. Trent Williams was using people as, human javelins at other players.
That was on the Cowboys, by the way.
Baltimore came out.
They said
it was had to throw that in there. But the Baltimore, like Chris said, the 49ers were moving the ball, but it almost kind of like they, moving the ball, and then just shot themselves in the foot. Even though, a lot of it is on the Baltimore's defense, making them shoot, like holding a gun to them and saying, shoot yourself in the foot or I'm going to shoot you, that kind of thing. But Baltimore definitely proved, the winner of that game was going to be the best in the NFL. Baltimore won that game. They're the best in the NFL.
So I will say at the moment, yes, the Ravens are the best team in the NFL. I do have a little side note that the Lamar Jackson intentional grounding call when he tripped over the referee. What the fuck is that? We don't bash the refs. I will never bash refs. That was just such a wild thing to call. Like, okay, so let's say you throw the flag. You could pick it up and say, oh, if it wasn't for this dude, Lamar could have got it closer to a receiver if he wasn't going to fall down in the fucking end zone. So we're saying the 49ers were moving the ball, yes, but that safety into a punt, there was a great return, and they kind of did move the ball well down the field, but going for it on fourth down too many times, I do think that was kind of bad. I think it's funny, everyone brought up the Brock Purdy MVP talks. We got to stop all that. MVPs can have a bad game. Just throwing it out there. I'm not saying he is the MVP.
I can't. No, Billy, I agree with you. A bad game, but a 5 interception game, you can't have that.
No,
4 interception game, you can't have that.
No, he's not going to be the MVP literally just based off of this game. But I do think this might be the most enticing MVP race because if you give it to Lamar, his stats don't equate MVP, but eye tests definitely say, okay, yes, this guy is the most valuable. His receivers, we talk about how great his receivers are. Zay Flowers still had 3 drops in that game. I mean, he's still not necessarily – I'm not saying he's not getting any help like he was in previous years, but he's not having the help that we're assuming that he's having based on his numbers. You'd think his help would be a lot more. He is bottom 10 in passing. I think he's ninth to last. Passing yards.
But I will say his stats don't show it. But in the games versus the best teams in the NFL, the 49ers, I know damn sure for the Lions, he showed up in those games in the biggest of games. And that's like other games, like they're manhandling teams, so they're just running the ball up and down the field. But when he has to show it, when he has to go win you that game, he's doing that.
That's fair. I do say we're acting like the Ravens didn't lose to the Colts and didn't lose to the Browns and didn't lose to the Steelers also. We're just kind of throwing that under the rug. Whereas when San Francisco had that 3-game skid, we were just like, oh, this is it. It's obviously the Eagles, until San Francisco showed you, okay, we're really good. Now, my question with Baltimore, and this is where it's going to go to Chris, who just overreacts to every little thing that ever happens. If Baltimore loses to Miami, are we going to sit here next week and say that they're still the best team in the NFL? Let's say Miami throws for fucking 400 yards, beats Baltimore by 2 touchdowns. Are we going to say Miami's the best team in the NFL because they just beat the best team in the NFL like we just did for the 49ers? What are we going to do with that, Chris?
Well, no, if we recall, I don't remember if I said it on the show last week or if it was after the show ended, but the Dolphins beat the Cowboys this past week, and that's the first team they've beaten that's over 500 this year. I think the Dolphins are somewhat pretenders, and the Ravens have done it against good teams. We're mentioning the Niners specifically because that's the most recent thing. But like I said, they've been fairly consistent all year. They're 12-3, best record in the sport. Like,
you know what the Dolphins are, Chris?
The name brand Cowboys.
Exactly. That's it. That's all. Like me and AB, shout out to AB, was watching the game, and I was like, this the same team.
Yep.
Literally the same team. And
they got a way better running game than we could ever fucking dream of. But yeah, aside from that, they're pretty much the same.
It's the same team. And that wasn't no great deciding game. That shit came to the last moments. And I'm like, bro, this was a sorry ass good game. Like, so yeah, they just the AFC's Cowboys, bro.
Yeah,
but no, bigger. We won't say that shit. We won't say that dumb ass shit, bro. Because like Chris just told you, who else have they beat over 500? Nobody.
They played Buffalo last week of the season. They play us and then Buffalo. So
who else?
I'm just saying those 2 wins. If they get 2 wins, that's the number 1 team in the AFC. And we were just talking about the Ravens having the best record and all this stuff.
You got me turning into Shannon Sharp with these quotes, Billy. But if we must go to if was a fifth, then we'd all be like Matt. Then it would be, come on.
Okay. No, you're right. So, Christian, let me ask you something, too. So, Chris was going off in the group chat and on his Facebook. I don't know if anyone else is friends with him on Facebook. Dak is sorry, this team sucks, and da-da-da-da-da. When Dak left the field, Christian, keep in mind, when Dak got off of the field, the Cowboys were winning the game. And we're not giving the defense enough shit because we just want to crush Dak Prescott because he's not that good, but he's not horrible. So you can't really crush him that much. So every time we get a chance to, we crush him. But it's the defense's fault they won the game. Tell me that I'm wrong.
No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, Dak went down there, gave him the lead. It's time for the defense to step up. They're the best in the league, arguably. Time to make the best in the league plays. Big players make times in big games and big moments. Where's Michael Parsons? Where's the whole defense in its toward?
He tweeting about
Right.
Brock Purdy and shit.
Right, worried about the wrong thing. Go get you a sack, be humble, and be quiet. Instead of racing to the locker room to talk about other teams and the Eagles and this and that. But that gets shitted on, but he ain't complaining. He'll take it. Which is professional to me.
He definitely was complaining.
He said,
blaming everybody the fuck else but himself.
Dak Prescott after the game said, we all need to do better, da-da-da-da-da. Brock Purdy after the game said, I need to do better. I need to da-da-da-da-da. Now,
well, no, I'm not. Hold on. I didn't mean it.
I'm with you. Hold on. Let me just raise it one more time because that 49ers loss was on Brock Purdy, though. The Cowboys loss was not on Dak Prescott. It wasn't.
Yeah, but as a quarterback, a leader of the team, like a good one, a great one, you don't go out there and be like, shit, I did me.
Didn't we crush Zach Wilson for that too? But he played awful and still said that shit.
Yeah, see, Zach Wilson.
You get all
funny,
the credit,
though.
you take all the blame. That's how the position works.
Zach Wilson funny though, but Dak being on a way better team than what Zach Wilson's on right now, you can't do that shit, bro.
You're right.
But Michael Parsons also can't go worry about the 49ers when you also just suffered defeat as well.
Michael needs to shut the fuck up.
And they got destroyed.
I agree with Chris on that. He talked too much.
I mean,
Parsons talked too much. And it's starting to make me not like him as much as I used to. Like, damn, can you shut the fuck up and just play? He tweets about everything. It has nothing to do with.
Hey, I like my players tweeting. Okay, that's awesome. You follow?
I ain't mad. I ain't mad at the tweet, bro. But because you can say whatever the fuck you want to, right? It's Twitter. It's a free country. That's what we built on. But when you say some shit about somebody else when you was just shitty too, you leave yourself open for what we doing to them now. Calling them sorry, telling them shut the fuck up. So you kind of need to back it up with a good old W.
And I think with me, it's just kind of personal. I just like my players and myself just to be humble. Now, if you're talking with a group of guys, teammates and stuff, okay, yeah, you can flaunt your shit. But if you open publicly, kind of be humble a little bit. Huh?
Matt, how do you take it? Are the Cowboys as bad as Chris wants to allude to?
Chris
no, I don't think they're as bad, but definitely as a quarterback, unless you complete every pass and every handoff, then the game is not your fault. But there's always, I should have completed that pass, or I should have, really stuck it in my fullback's gut so he could really grip it, right? So there's always little things like that. But Brock obviously threw the 4 interceptions. That's his fault. But I think as long as Dak, gets that handoff, just perfect, so that fullback doesn't have to, struggle with it, I think, we're not even having this discussion. So I don't think the Cowboys, it pains me to say, they're not as bad as they looked this week, basically.
And they didn't even look that bad. They lost on a last-second field goal. That's not bad. And I'm going to raise Chris one more question before we move on to the next topic. So Patrick Mahomes, the best, the GOAT of whatever everyone's saying he's the GOAT. Not saying he's bad. Not saying he's not even the best quarterback in the NFL. But look at what happens when you take away weapons from him. He can't do anything. He scored 14 points on a fucking Vegas Raiders defense that has been got fucked up numerous times. Is not a top defense. They don't have a top offense either. There was one point where Aiden O'Connell went 1 for 10 in the second half, excuse me, and still beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Don't tell me, oh, well, rivalries and in division. I don't care about any of that. If Patrick Mahomes is this great, he should not have this. Let me raise one more stat before we move on. Patrick Mahomes has had 5 games with a quarterback rating of 75 or under. Dak Prescott has only had 3 of those games. And we want to sit here and just bash Dak. Mahomes is getting a pass because he doesn't have any weapons. Lamar Jackson didn't have any weapons until this year, and he still technically doesn't have weapons. He just has better receivers than he's ever had. So we're just acting like he's supposed to be this fucking amazingly great quarterback. Chris.
Shit, I agree with everything you just said. Talk your shit.
Don't get quiet now, Chris.
Come on.
I love how he just bypasses me over my Dak analysis for the fucking Dolphins game. Neither here nor there. So first off, we can look at
the win. He was winning the game, Chris. That's the whole thing.
Okay, Billy.
Hello?
In basketball,
You play to win the game.
If you got 30 seconds left on the shot clock and you're down by 1 in basketball, do you take all 24 seconds of the shot clock to get your points and get your go ahead? That way you can lead the. No, you go 2 for 1. You rush down and get some fucking buckets. You get the lead, then you make them do their shit, and then you get the ball back with time on the clock to score. That's what the fuck you do. What the Cowboys do when they're down by 1 score, they take their longest drive of the game. They get the ball with over 11 minutes left in the 4th fucking quarter, and they give the ball back to Miami. Best offense in the NFL in terms of yardage and points, averaging over 400 yards a game and over 30 points a game. They give them the ball back with 3.5 minutes and timeouts. What the fuck are you expecting to happen? Get your ass down there, get a quick fucking score, give them the ball back, and give yourself a chance to get the last possession. Whether you want to blame it on Mike McCarthy for play calling or you want to blame it on Dak for not being able to make plays.
Why are you blaming on the fucking defense for letting them go score?
Wait.
They held them to 22 fucking points.
So you just said, hold on. So you just said if you're in basketball, you're down 24 seconds, you go down, you score, you stop them, and then you go back and
30
score, right?
seconds.
That's what you said?
You're down 30 seconds so you can get a 2 for 1.
Okay. Yeah, so 2 possessions on offense.
Yeah.
But guess what? Your defense didn't give Dak another shot. They scored. You have to score on that first possession. If you go down with 30 seconds left and you don't score, that other team wins. You have to take your shot when you have your shot. They did that. They got the points. They were on the board. And then that's on their defense. Just like in basketball, if you take that shot, oh, great, we're up. Now we just got to stop them or we got to get the ball back. Guess what? Didn't happen. That's not LeBron's fault if he gets pulled on defense.
You take 8 minutes to score. 8 minutes.
You take 8. No. See, hold on. You're fucking it up. You take 8 minutes to take the lead. You were winning the fucking game.
By a single point. Miami's got to go 40 yards in 3.5 minutes with timeout.
Hey, Christian, did you know that you need more than 1 point to win? Or can you win by 1 point? Am I tripping?
No, you can win by 1.
Oh, you can win by 1. It's a fucking the whole team. You want to sit here and blame Dak Prescott just because you hate him, and I understand the hatred. I'm saying I'm aware, but to put this loss on him is fucking asinine, Chris. He got off the field with the win in the bag. Wins are a QB stat. I'm with you. Wins are a QB stat. Now, when you get off the field, the blame, does it go to the quarterback? Sure. But the amount of blame, I think you're the defense only let them have this many points. We're acting like Miami's defense is fucking sorry and everybody just scores on them. And that's not true either. Miami has an okay defense.
They got the best offense in the sport, though. And you gave them 3.5 minutes, 2-minute warning, timeouts with a kicker who's already hit 3 50-yard field goals in the game. Meaning they only got to go 35 yards in 3.5 fucking minutes.
Get a stop. Play fucking defense. You should be blaming the Cowboys. You should be upset.
Well, let me ask this.
Wait, Chris. Jen.
I was going to say a few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, we were all talking about when Philly was playing in Dallas and ended up winning. Now, Dallas went down there and scored. Philly scored. Dallas had to come back and score, and Dak had all the fuck-ups. If I'm mistaken, Chris, you were saying, bashing Dak instead of bashing the defense for giving back up the lead to Philly, right?
We got a 2-for-1. We got the ball back, had an opportunity to score, and Dak choked it away.
Right, but he wouldn't have been in that position because he went down there and scored. The defense gave up more points to make him have to go back out there. Same situation would just happen. The defense had to go back out there. And
Okay, so by that logic, the first person that scores should win the game because no other point should be allowed. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean,
No. You just admitted that you got the 2-for-1 in that game, but this game you didn't because your defense didn't get a stop at all.
Also,
No,
Chris,
this game
I'm
he didn't
gonna
because
be.
Dak didn't rush down.
Hey, Chris,
he took.
I don't want to be
time.
this guy, but yeah, that's what your defense is supposed to do is stop the other team from scoring.
Why play defense at all? Why not just let him score a whole bunch and then just be like, all right, Dak, go score again.
But
all right, go score
and
again.
Chris, you gotta the 2-for-1 argument. That shit
Defenses
only
have
work.
done that shit before, trying to rush teams into the end zone, let them score to get the ball back.
That should work in different situations with different teams, Chris. The 2-for-1, like a lot of teams ain't just going 2-for-1 if they know like.
Number
I got
one
24
offense,
seconds.
number 2 offense. Why
No,
the fuck would you not go down and try to get a 2-for-1?
Cause man, it don't. Maybe it don't work like that.
Scoring ain't that easy though. You're not gonna just.
And yeah, like even in basketball, a lot of teams don't go for 2-for-1 no more. Unless it's like to close out a quarter, close out a half, to close out a game. No way. I'm taking off all the time, depending on who I'm playing. Like if I'm playing LeBron, Steph, or somebody where the time don't really matter, then maybe. But
yeah, if you're playing the team, if you're playing the best offensive player in the sport, you don't want to give them the last chance to score because you know they're gonna do it.
Yeah, but I still want to go out.
Imagine relating that to football, playing the best offensive team in the sport, and you want to make sure they got the last possession.
No, because I can go blame it on that offensive player because in the NBA you play defense too. Dak left with the fucking lead. Who do we blame? Do we blame LeBron James for that loss, or do we blame JR for calling a fucking timeout when there was no goddamn timeouts?
We blame JR.
That's JR's fucking fault. It's the defense's fault. Everybody wanted to say, oh, Josh Allen didn't get a chance to go win the game because his defense fucking gave up goddamn 75 yards in 13 seconds. No one wants to talk about that. We want to say it's unfair because he didn't get another fucking shot. No, it's his defense's fault.
No, he should have played better when he was on the field.
Do what?
He should have played better when he was on the field.
How could you play better than what he did?
What perfect world do you live in, Chris? Because
Chris was his
one
QB,
where we don't just talk about the
25,
very
6 touchdowns,
possession of the game.
460 yards, and barely winning the game. That's a good team right there. The fuck?
I mean, y'all want to sit here and act like it wasn't other possessions in the game.
There was other possessions. That's what we're saying.
3 straight punts between the first and the second quarter. Why we ain't get points on them drives?
Did you know the Ravens punted 3 straight games or 3 straight possessions against 49ers? Do you want to talk about that? Oh, the 3 straight punts
best
and the
defense
safety
in the
that they gave
NFL.
up. You want to say they're the best team in the NFL? What happened?
Best
3 straight
defense
punts.
in
That's
the
what you're
NFL.
basing 3 straight punts. How many straight punts in Mahomes is fucking Chiefs?
Chris, what Dallas got to be ranked top 5 defense, right?
Yeah, number 5 in scoring.
So you got top 5. You got top 5 defense, and I don't put no blame on them.
They held the number 1 offense in the league 10 points below their average.
Not when it mattered.
Not when it mattered.
The first quarter is just as important as the second quarter, as the third quarter, as the fourth quarter.
No,
you held the
that's
team
more important than all of
22 points.
You know, hey Chris, I'm gonna disagree with you. I know you ain't played football long, you're a baseball guy, but don't nobody hold up this in the game. They hold these up
at all.
And I know you haven't seen that. We hold the foes up because that is the last chance you get to make shit right, Chris. Chris, I fucking hate that. I hate that from Mississippi State, but
he does.
It's your defense fault, bro. Like we gotta put some account. We can't since we the media, but we gotta stop blaming the quarterbacks for everything. Like we got
to score interceptions. Yeah, let's blame that guy.
Yeah, we could blame him for that, but if he go down,
I never thought I would see myself arguing for Dak and the Cowboys.
Me neither.
Everyone here hates the Cowboys. But no, Dak didn't fuck up, and he's just over
I'm glad I could bring y'all together.
All right, hey, so let's move on.
And Dak should have played defense to stop them from getting down the field.
Hey, why was he out there at safety trying to fucking double
Why
check?
the fuck do I want him to fuck
I
up
wasn't
that defense
Dak, an
too?
outside linebacker.
Hey,
Maybe he'll snap his
Dak
fucking
might be an
ankle
okay
again. We
outside
can get a
linebacker,
real
dude. He's-
quarterback in there.
He's
Oh,
Rid of
Jesus
fucking.
Christ.
whoa.
Hey, he just wants
Now you wanted me
Cooper
to
Rush.
compare him to
That's what he wants.
Crash and why Mahomes is great? Is that what you were wanting me to do?
I'm just saying, no, because now we've spent way too long on this because you've just been getting buried in this argument.
I'll put a bow on it then. Like the Chiefs are still winning. If you want to look at like opponents, we can do
The
that.
Chiefs just
Chiefs
lost.
actually beat Miami.
The Chiefs
scored over
have more
20.
record than the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
They're playing a first place schedule.
The Raiders
just lost to the
first
Raiders.
place?
You lost to Miami.
Yeah, like they say that
Yeah,
shit.
the Chiefs beat
Lost to
Miami.
Aiden
Chiefs
O'Connell.
beat Miami. The
Lost to
Chiefs
a
only lost to
27-year-old
Buffalo
rookie.
by 3. By 3. How much did we lose to Buffalo?
Yeah,
What was in
I was
Kansas
just
City? What
curious.
was in Kansas City? What was in Buffalo? If you want to get fucking semantical about it,
Hey, but
We
Chris,
got buried. It doesn't matter where the fuck it is. It should have been taking
Chris,
place in a
y'all-
cemetery.
we knew y'all was ass. That's the thing. Like Kansas City ain't supposed to be ass. They got the world's greatest quarterback on their team, and
And the
I'm getting a
surrounding
little.
talent ain't nowhere close to Dallas.
Fuck that, Chris. Fuck that. I'm sick of hearing it. Chris, look at my quarterback. Compare him, bro. We never had a Tyreek Hill ever. We had a
Randy
Gronk.
Moss. Stop.
No. I'm talking about somebody you could just toss it up to and it's under there. Like he burning everybody. Nobody good. If we would have
Randy
had
Moss.
Randy Moss.
man, we had Randy Moss for one season. Let it go. And we lost.
Man, he
I'm
was
not
there for
counting
like
that
3 or
season.
4 years.
He was there
No,
for
he
2.
wasn't. 2 years. The next year it didn't shake
At
back like
least
it did.
3.
2 years, bro.
After the pod, y'all look it up.
Deion Brand.
Now,
Look it up
Chris
now,
will do it right
Chris.
now. Chris has 2 screens.
Chris, look
What
that
am I
up
looking
for me.
at?
Randy Moss in New England. I say 4 years, 3.5.
We've done this before. It was
No,
like 3.5, and he got
2.
traded to Tennessee.
It was 2, bro.
No, it wasn't. Y'all just
Yeah.
wasn't. Brady got hurt in his second year. He came back a third year, wasn't doing nothing spectacular, and then got traded that fourth year, like week 3.
Randy Moss, 07, 08, 09, 2010. He started in
Okay.
New England, went to Minnesota and Tennessee, 3.5
Okay.
years.
Jesus
All right,
Christ.
let's move on. So,
Either way, fuck that. Mahomes the best quarterback in the league. He don't need no talent. He can throw to nobody. He's making great.
and he has Andy fucking Reid. Again, we're not talking about Andy Reid like he's one of the best to ever fucking do it.
Also want to point out Dallas is +8 in turnover differential. Kansas City's -10, worst in the league. And they're still going
So
out
are
here
you saying
winning.
their defense loses games for them? Oh shit! Damn, I forgot. I forgot. There's a whole other side of the fucking ball that plays.
Hey, Chris, this is all I want to know. We can move on. Who the reason why the Raiders won that game? Is it the defense or is it all on?
Ain't no Connell.
It's Mahomes.
I was just making sure you playing it fair.
Fumbled on the goal line
Wait,
and
wait,
then the
can I
interception.
add something?
Go ahead, Matt.
Can I add something? Aiden O'Connell didn't have a single passing yard after the first quarter, and he won. What's Dallas' excuse?
Thank you. If
It's the
Mahomes would have done
defense,
his
Chris.
fucking job, it wouldn't have been a game. If Dak would have done his fucking job in the first and second quarter, it wouldn't have been a game. That's the fucking point.
Let's move on, Billy. Chris
All right,
got his
that's not how
house
football works.
robe on. He real stubborn, man. He
So
got
let's
the house
go.
robe on.
So we were going to do the Amari Cooper thing, Chris. Maybe we'll do it next week if he has a good week again. But Texas, Washington. Tonio.
Sure would be nice if we had talent to carry Dak. That's all I want to say.
Shit.
Stop.
This
Got
one
a
hard
fucking
for me,
drink
Billy.
over here. Can't deal with this motherfucker.
This one's hard for me because I know if Texas wins, it'll be a better second game in the playoffs. If Texas loses, then Washington getting demolished by either team that comes across from Michigan and Alabama. So, but I just think, like I said, that Texas team ain't the same team that beat Alabama. That Oklahoma loss showed everybody a lot of shit. And everybody's going off for their conference championship win, but they literally played. So, Yeah,
That ain't
I think
Texas' fault. It was the defense fault.
I think that Washington offense might be a little bit too much for Texas, honestly. I think they're gonna put up more points than Texas will. So I'm gonna go Washington, bro.
Respect. Christian, go ahead.
Usually you have those games where teams just surprise you and play a hell of a game. The other team just doesn't show up. I think this is going to be it. I think Washington might blow the doors off Texas and surprise them. I think, like Tonio said, that offense is going to be a little bit too much. I think everybody thinks of how great the passing game is. I think Dylan Johnson might surprise us with a 100+ game on Texas, 2 or 3 scores possibly. But I think Washington comes out motivated. You know, they feel like defensively they're not getting the respect they need. They force some turnovers, and Ewers just folds up. Yeah, I think Washington might blow the doors off this one.
Damn.
I'm going Washington.
Matt, are you speaking the same sentiments as everybody else? Christian,
Well,
he's for
consider
fist bump.
That's for you,
beat
Christian.
Texas last year.
Christian, fist bump. What are you doing?
What the fuck is happening here?
I got you.
damn.
Go ahead, Matt.
Anyway, Washington beat Texas last year, and I don't think Texas has faced edge rushers like Washington has. Washington doesn't have the best defense, but they've got 2. I forget their names off the top of my head, but they have 2 NFL edge rushers, edge defenders.
Sorry, John.
And I don't think that.
Sorry, John.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't know their name. I don't do research around it. Whoa! New one. New picture.
Braylon Trice, one of them.
And also Washington's offense.
I respect it. Chris, you gonna talk up your Longhorns, or are you worried about this
Washington's
matchup
offense
at
is
all?
great.
I want to say Washington just so I can be right or be happy, but I'm gonna put all my eggs in one basket and I'm gonna go for the Longhorns. I don't have no reason why. I'm just when it comes to college, I just support the Horns.
I respect
And-
Look solid this year.
And to the last Texas boy, what you going, Billy? I know
So-
you don't like to be. I know you don't like to pick with everybody else.
Look, I know, but I'm glad Chris took the Longhorns. Okay, so I do. I'm also on the Washington hype train. A lot of people were disrespecting them in the Pac-12 championship, saying Oregon's going to beat them because they lost to them previously in just a regular season matchup. But this Oregon team is a great team. We're acting like Dan Lanning came in there and made that defense really good. That defense is better than Texas defense, I will say. And we've seen Washington beat Oregon 2 times. One was at Washington, and then one was at the Pac-12 championship game in LA. So I will say, I think Washington is going to surprise some people. We think Texas is really good. They had that Bama win, and it was a good win. But we're just hanging our hats on that. And then they blew the doors off Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State wasn't good. They also lost to South Alabama. So I mean, was Oklahoma State going to be the premier team to beat Texas? No, I don't think Texas has the guys to beat Washington. Now, if they do win, I'm not going to be surprised. That's not going to shock me or anything. But I'm going to ride with Washington. So let's go. Tonio, should we give it to the Michigan fans this time?
Yes, sir, indeed.
All right, Matthew.
One of them passed out.
Fuck. What are we going to do? Matthew, do you think the Wolverines can take down the Crimson Tide at the Rose Bowl?
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
But I think
Little
it's going
delay
to be
there, Matt.
a blowout. Michigan's just fucking running for 300 yards. What?
Oh,
just
never mind. You're
Anyways,
on that
Michigan
4-second delay.
can
again.
win. Michigan can. Shut up. Michigan can win. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be like 28-24, like a one-score game. It's going to be very close. We're both very similar. Both have mobile quarterbacks, great defenses, not too many offensive weapons. We've got like what we're good at, and that's about it. We don't have like this backup. We don't have a change-up. We've just got what we're good at. That's it. Both of our teams, I think it's going to be close.
Tonio, you seem to be upset with
But
something
Michigan
that
comes
said.
out
I don't remember what
28-20.
you.
Because, bro, like I respect Michigan, but don't disrespect the real mobile quarterback with fucking JJ, bro. Are you insane?
Oh, JJ is mobile, Tonio. Come on.
JJ is not as mobile as fucking Milroy.
He didn't
to
say
the least.
He's just
He
said
mobile. That shit's not. No,
I said too mobile.
Yeah.
I'll make a bet right now. If Milroe, if they both come out this year, JJ runs a faster 40.
Boy, you drunk as fuck.
No, I'll put money on that. I'll put money on that.
Bro, I know I'm in the middle of the show, bro, but this dude just said JJ McCarthy gonna run a faster 40 than Jalen Milroe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, bro, come here, bro. Guest appearance. We don't really do this. We don't really do this a lot. But are you fucking high, bro?
Dude, I'll put money on that too.
I'll make a bet,
bro. So Billy and the blurry dude at the bottom said that JJ McCarthy gonna run a faster 40 than Jalen Milroe if they come out.
Good over. Let me take the seat, man. Let me take the seat.
That's all it is.
What was that again, now, boy?
That's all it is.
There's a sweet Met hat, by the way. Dude, JJ will run a faster 40 than Jalen Milroe. I'll say it too. I think so. Look, Milroe is bigger. I think he's faster. I think he's faster in 20 yards. I don't think he's faster in 40 yards.
There is only one quarterback.
Now, is he a better runner? Is he going to make more moves in the open field instead of running out of bounds? Yes.
There is only
faster straight
one quarterback, Billy.
Than JJ.
Only one quarterback on the big stage of college football that rivals Jalen Milroe's athleticism, and that's the Heisman winner. JJ.
Oh, is it because he's white?
You fucking right. God damn. Oh, hey, what the fuck? Hey, bro. And you know, we just had this whole I ain't racist shit, bro. But come on, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say something like that. You know, I didn't want to come over here and immediately hit you with the white guy line, but come on now.
Come on
now.
Billy. Hey, this
I might have something up the sleeve here.
Yeah, hold on. Is Derrick Henry? Hold on, before you go, AB. Hold on. Is Derrick Henry faster than Christian McCaffrey?
What is it?
Is Derrick Henry faster than Christian McCaffrey?
Top end speed, yeah.
Open field speed. Christian, Derrick Henry beating Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. Bro. We've been seeing this now, and let's line them up in they primes of early in their careers. Come on, bro. I remember watching Derrick Henry.
All right, I was trying to look up see if college had next gen stats, but they don't, or at least I'm not
they don't got
them.
next gen stat, bro. But that shit.
Like who had a higher top?
Hey, we can bet that, Matt. Hey, we can bet that, Matt. I don't know that Christmas whiskey. Y'all should have left that shit on Christmas Day. You and Billy. Yeah.
Derrick Henry ran 4.54. Christian McCaffrey 4.48. Come on, man.
He said top end, Billy, not 40 time.
We're betting 40 time, Tonio.
I said 40.
He said top end speed, yeah. But I'm talking about these 40 times. Yeah, McCaffrey probably got a faster 40, but is he faster? No. In the open field, Billy?
What?
Tonio.
How the fuck does that make sense? How do you run a faster 40 and you're not faster than him?
Shit happens, bro. You can get a bad
Think about
time.
what you just said. It's timed. It's
Billy,
timed.
Billy. So have we not seen people? Have we not seen people run terrible 40s and then get on the field and be fast as fuck? Have we not? That's never happened.
Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Look, he did it for me. I ain't even got to find nobody. Amon-Ra St. Brown
he
fast as fuck, Billy.
So
he's fast as fuck.
Like, he get caught a lot after catching some balls. All right,
man. Either way.
That's because he's on the field every play.
we could bet that, but back to you, Christian, saying why Alabama. No, it's just I was gonna talk nice about the game. Now I'm gonna shit on this. Go ahead, Christian.
Man, y'all know I'm gonna kind of be a little biased, but I don't think we'll beat them by a big margin. It's gonna be a good game. Scared about
nothing. Keep going.
Scared about Milroe. How we gonna stop him? If y'all remember, being the year I called him a Heisman dark horse. Took him a while to get there, but I'm scared about what we're gonna do with him. I think that might be our own downfall. Everything else, I think we pretty much got the upper hand, but I'm not overlooking Alabama by any stretch. They can definitely beat us, but I'm rooting for us. I hope we can get it. I see ways we can, but I also see ways where we have problems struggling. We struggle against stopping athletic quarterback. I can think far back to Vince Young, Terrell Pryor, who else?
That
JT
was
Barrett.
15 years ago.
Jaden
Right.
Miller.
I mean, it just we always struggle. Same thing with Alabama. They always struggle with athletic quarterbacks.
What was that?
Manziel.
Hold on, Christian. I got a question for Matt. That was fit. What about Max Duggan? Did you guys secure him or?
Right.
Okay, that was 1 year ago.
You know,
That whole game was a fluke.
Okay. All right,
But-
Tonio, you ready to bash him, or you want to let Chris just say who he's going to
I'll
pick?
let it go, Chris. Chris gonna pick. Michigan is the highest ranked.
No, so Michigan's highest ranked, but Alabama's favored in the game. So I don't know if that.
no, we still favored by a point and a half.
I picked Michigan when we were talking about it on the pre-show. I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay, Tonio, go ahead.
I still ain't gonna bash them because they in the playoffs. I ain't gonna bash them, but I got Alabama. It's gonna be the best defense Michigan I've seen all year. Seen them not really well. Yeah, they struggle compared to what they do normally in the running game with Ohio State. Ohio State's defensive line is nothing compared to what Alabama's is. I think this is a good day. This is a good time for Dallas Turner to have the best game of his career, and I'm pretty sure he'll do that. I know Michigan got best offensive line in the country, but we just seen the best offensive line go against the Ravens in the NFL, and they quarterback threw 4 picks, and so we can see that happen again with this defense. I know Matt gonna say it's a better defensive line that they face, but it's not. It's not. So I don't think I'm interested to see what happens when JJ has to throw the ball. Been talking to Matt about this all year, and he's been like, he's threw the ball. He throws the ball. He's 6 for 7 for 82 yards. Great quarterback. I'm talking about real deal throwing it, and I don't have to go up and bring up the last time he really.
If you're winning, you're winning.
Matt, that's what I'm saying. That's not the argument I'm saying. Like, are y'all gonna be winning? Are you that confident? Are you that confident that y'all gonna be able to run the ball? Because, like I said, bro, Ohio State, y'all wasn't running all over them. Like
let me throw this in. I think exactly where you're going is where the game's gonna fall into. I don't think we're gonna really be able to control the line of scrimmage. I think we're gonna have to depend on McCarthy showing you what I think he's capable of doing. If he don't show up, I don't think we got a chance. Because I don't see us rushing for 150, 200 on him. Alabama can hold their own at the line of scrimmage. So he got to come out and play his best game.
And we seen Alabama play the best defense all year in that they play amazingly against Georgia. Amazing. Georgia's not nowhere near the offensive talent that Michigan is. Yeah. Let me say that first. But they not no hoes. Like they was putting up 40, 50 points this year. And then they got there and Alabama Nick Saban started cussing the kids back out, and you see what happened. And now JJ got to face like top 5 cornerback in college football in Kool-Aid. So
I think we get our answer with this game if he's elite through the air or not.
If he elite, Matt, because I know you won't bet on the game, but I promise you this: if JJ, because I'm still taking Alabama to win. If JJ has a good game in the air, I'll take back everything I said about him all year. I mean, y'all still be losers, but I'll take back what I said.
Can I just add one thing that goes back to last year, minus the TCU game? We ran the ball all year, and like, man, you gonna be able to throw it versus Ohio State? JJ threw for almost 400 yards versus Ohio State. We didn't show our game plan all year. Maybe this year we just took it another game. Who knows? That's all I'm saying.
All right.
God, these guys are just running again. Oh fuck, they're passing.
I'm gonna do it quickly. So I will say, Tonio, back to the Nick Saban thing. I stopped kind of yelling at my kids. Brea said I was yelling a little too much. They started acting the fuck up, and then I started back to yelling, and they've been pretty good for the last couple weeks. So just want to throw that out there.
But sometimes you gotta have that. Just give good. It ain't gotta be much, but fucking Saban.
A little bark in your message.
Yeah,
but
I just watched his NFL Life Today. That shit's like It's Nick Saban, bro. But go ahead.
I'm going to take Alabama, but I would not be surprised if Michigan wins. I'm not going to sit here and say with any conviction who I'm picking, but I'm taking Alabama. I'm not going to bet against Nick Saban until I see otherwise. Now,
let me throw this quick story.
Go.
1 minute. About the bark in the message. I know with me and Tonio, he developed him a pretty solid jump shot. He would like to shoot from the perimeter. It's a little man down low, so I'll give him a little bark. Get your ass down low. Here, go get him 40. But sometimes I gotta give him a little bark to understand. Hey, get down there and take care of business. That's it.
I was trusting the process, like Joel.
Yeah.
But okay, let's go. Let's stay on Michigan just for a little bit. Hopefully, we can crush this one a little fast. Now, Chris, I know you don't know college ball, but I know you're into everything else. Now, Jim Harbaugh just signed an extension. You could hit the highlight, or you could hit the whole thing, but I'll just hit the highlights. It says in this new contract that he has not signed yet. Or did he sign it?
Not that I've seen.
He is not signed yet.
No.
They said you cannot go to the NFL for 1 year, which to me is wild. I don't know why that's a thing in a contract because we see coaches leave all the time. What kind of shit? Okay, so I can't go to the NFL. I'll go to the NFL anyway. Who the fuck cares? I'm just going to break my contract or whatever. So, Chris, can you see him bouncing to the NFL, let's say, after this 1 year?
I think it all depends on what jobs are open.
You think he takes the Chargers job?
I think that would be the most likely because as much as we all I would even include myself in this at this point, as much as we all kind of bash Herbert a little bit for not being as good as he should be based off his talent. I think he's still I think he's still an elite level talent. And I think if he got a legitimate head coach in there, like a Jim Harbaugh, and I think that talent would be realized and we could see what he's actually capable of. If it he's not going to take a job, like if the Jets wind up firing Saleh next year or whatever, he's not going to the Jets. So I think it solely depends on what jobs are available.
I'm going to one up Chris, Billy.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to tell you the real reason why Michigan put it in there. They already calling. All this college trouble started happening and them calls came in. Like, we not dumb, bro. Like, let's not play coy. Jim turned Michigan around three years in a row. He beat the best team in that conference 3 years in a row. He undid it. The little trouble, because all it takes is a little trouble to make you want to switch where you at, Billy. That's it. And if you're getting the offers, it's a lot of people gonna be fired in the NFL. So you know what I'm gonna do as an AD? Hey, bro, because think about it. I can ride this Michigan thing out. If I lose to Alabama, I got these NFL job offers and I lost to Nick Saban. But if I beat Alabama and go on to win the national championship, they know what I'm about. So now, one thing or two things gonna happen. I see what y'all offering me, but I just won your national championship. Up that a little bit. Or I lost, and now I can go to the NFL and make that shit anyway. So I feel like the AD done got win, or maybe hell, the coach is calling the AD directly and saying, "Hey, heard about the gym situation? We'll take them off your hands." And I could be wrong, but I don't think so, Billy. I think that's when people try to swoop in when they see trouble on the horizon. And the only reason why Michigan pulled back the contracts is because of the signal calling shit. And I'm telling you, once football is done, like after the national championship, I'm giving it 2-3 weeks. They're gonna do another investigation. They're gonna start interviewing more people about this signal shit. The whole conference might come crawling down because Michigan say they got shit on other schools too. So if you Jim, you want to go to the NFL where scandal only happen with players and owners, or you want to stick around and deal with a bunch of college kids? I don't know, man. What you think, Chris?
Man, I could see him leaving. Tired of getting fucked with. If he wins a national title, what else is there to prove? Go get you a Super Bowl, which you was right there almost on the edge of getting before. Chargers job is a good job. Got talent on offense and defense. But I also see him staying though. You know, that's where he's an alma mater from there. You know, that's really where his heart is. That's where he grew up. You know, I could see him wanting to stay and maybe want to finish how many titles can he get? But I can also see him leaving. So I can see it 50-50 either way.
Matt?
He's
I could
crying.
see him leaving because he was. I don't appreciate you guys talking as soon as I talk.
We're not.
Bro, we talk.
I could,
We talk like 10, 20 seconds
just
before.
shut
you,
up.
and you're
I'm
still delayed.
Oh,
talking.
My fault.
Anyways,
My fault,
Tim
man.
Harbaugh could go to the NFL because he was so close. He was so close to winning the Super Bowl. You know, the lights didn't go out.
did you mute that man? Come on. Funny.
Unmute him, Tonio. Jeez.
Just to end the new year, right? My fault, Matt. You hollered at me. I don't like that.
Nah, I ain't
We
talking.
got to stop saying that he was close to winning the Super Bowl if the lights didn't go. No, he wasn't. If the lights didn't go off, the Ravens win by fucking 50.
Yeah, hell
We
yeah.
literally returned the kick, the second half kickoff. We returned for a fucking touchdown. I'm tired of this fucking. Well, he was so
No.
close to winning the Super Bowl.
Lies.
What? Lies.
Hey, if he was close, Matt, Kaepernick would have had a job.
I say it was close because hell, he was in the Super Bowl.
You gotta be a good quarterback to have a job.
And
No, you don't. No, you don't.
let me say something. Also, if you go back, so I have the Ravens Super Bowl like DVD thing. If you go back and watch it, Jim is so uncomfortable playing his brother in the Super Bowl. All John did that whole fucking week was talk about how much he loved his brother and cared about his family and was just always talking Jim up. Jim was so uncomfortable. Every interview, he would just be like, yeah, we're just playing the Baltimore Ravens. I don't think it's me and my brother, da-da-da-da-da. And you could just tell. I'll just never forget, like, being a kid, seeing that and just being like, something's up with this dude. Like, he's not ready to play in a Super Bowl against his brother or something. Who's the older? Is it Jim?
Harbaugh. He's just a
John.
strange
John's
guy.
the oldest.
John is the oldest? Yeah, that makes more sense.
No, Jim's the oldest.
No, he's not.
Yeah, Jim just turned 60 years old.
Chris, you on it?
Chris, handle that. Jesus Christ.
Look at Christian barking out orders. Chris, handle
His
that.
birthday was 2 days ago. Jim turned 60.
Chris, handle that. It's my man.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Tell me I'm right.
Speaking of NFL coaching decisions, Russ got benched today. Matt sent it in the group chat, and I was like, not a fucking chance. I thought Matt was just fucking around. 30 minutes, maybe
Not
an hour
Harbaugh.
at work, and I was like,
Talk to him, Chris. That's 2 for 2 for me.
shut
You know what
the
I'm
fuck up,
talking about?
stupid. So I gotta stop watching Wayans Brothers. But Russ gets benched. Is that a bad move by Sean Payton? Chris, tell me the little intricacies. I'm sure you've seen the talks or whatever. Something about if he gets injured, they can cut him or whatever, or if he's not hurt.
The way that the contract is set up, it's guaranteed for I believe it was 2025 for injury, and the 2025 year becomes guaranteed, I believe, at the start of the league year, which I think is March 1st, something like that. So the idea behind sitting him is to ensure he doesn't get injured, which means it's pretty much guaranteed that they're going to cut him before the league starts and designate it as a post-June 1st cut. That way they can spread out the cap over 2 years. They're going to owe him, I think it was something like $85 million or something like that. If they spread it out over the 2 years, it'll be like a 35 hit and a 50 hit.
Oh, the Derek Carr situation last year.
Yeah, basically
okay.
identical. Yeah.
Okay.
And if they wind up guaranteeing that next year, then the money that they would need to cut him would be more. So they're basically, it's guaranteed that they're getting off of him this coming off season.
What detail?
What is it, Matt?
Yeah, you're missing one detail though you didn't say. So if he gets hurt and doesn't pass his physical in March, that becomes guaranteed. But this is just keeping him healthy so he can pass the physical, if that makes sense. So that money only comes guaranteed if he passes that physical in March.
Okay. So
just
Tonio,
make sure he can't get hurt unless he gets hurt training.
Bingo. Hey, that's Mr. Worldwide. Tonio, you've been shitting on Russell Wilson for a long time.
Unlimited.
I've been saying he's Sierra's husband, and I'll never shit on somebody who's married to Sierra. Now, Should the Denver Broncos move on from him? What's the situation, Tonio?
Yes, they took a L when they got him.
He's playing really good this year.
He's playing really good this year. Hey, can I get my ball from across the street? Shut up, Billy. No, he's not. They 7 and fucking what? 7 and 8. They're not making the playoffs, Billy. You pay all that money to do what, Billy? Fucking win. You thought you were bringing in a winning quarterback. Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate and go. I ain't gonna be like Chris. Everybody thought Sean Payton was the savior for Denver. They're sitting right there at Vegas odds, 7 or 8 games. No, they should.
Hey, but he is doing it with a struggling Russell Wilson now.
So
like that's impressive what he's doing with nothing.
That just
really
makes what I'm saying even more valid, then, right?
But no, it's like like Bill Belichick. I mean, he ain't doing as good as he is with maybe less talent, but damn, can you get more than 2 or 3 wins? Dude got 7 out of that damn shit show he is running out there.
Doesn't Bill have 4 wins this year?
Yeah,
but still, that the shit he ain't at 500.
Christian, we can get 7 wins and be with Denver.
But 7 wins by the time the end of the season comes, I don't even think it's enough weeks.
Christian, you know what's crazy? Sean Payton couldn't beat us. So fuck.
No, but it's not saying he's as good as Bill or he's better or nothing like that. I'm just saying.
Ask Sean where he was sitting at in the column when he played Bill. All right,
if he can get 7 wins, that's impressive.
No, it's not.
It's not impressive though, Christian, because that defense is really good. That defense is really good
from personnel or from statistics, because they haven't been like that all year.
No, if you take out the Miami game, and this is what I want to argue with Chris earlier too. If you take out that 70 fucking burger, again, I'm not saying like, oh, Miami didn't do it. I'm just saying if you take that out, yes, that defense is a top 10 defense. If you take that out, now with it in there, they're like a top 15. I think they're like on the fringe of 15th.
But it's not that offense that scores points. Shit, but they still pulling out. But they still pulling out wins. I ain't saying they're good. I'm just saying
that's just making my point though, Christian. You should move on from Russell Wilson. That was the question.
Oh, I was just going far as saying that Wilson. You were saying like Wilson ain't. I mean, not Wilson. Peyton.
Because I don't want to blame it all on Russell Wilson, because as a great coach, you scheme for what the fuck you got or try to.
You're right.
I'm gonna go.
I'll shut up.
Yeah. So no, Billy, they definitely should. I don't know what they'll get. I don't know where they can move on to. I don't know how many free agents there'll be next year. I don't know how you make up that Russell Wilson money, because it's big money, right, Chris? It's still big money that he's owed, right?
Yeah, it'll be about 85 million if they cut him, that they'll owe him.
Can you afford that as a franchise?
If the owner has faith in Sean Payton, yes. If you go if they get Jalen Daniels, that falls to them in the draft. You go get Jalen Daniels.
Oh, okay. You call him Jalen. I just wanted to make sure you got it right.
Maybe I did. Anyway, Jalen Daniels. If you can get Jalen Daniels, I mean, fuck it. Who cares? You eat that cap hit. Your quarterback's getting paid shit anyway. Who gives a shit? He's gonna lose money going to the NFL anyway.
But it depends though. So are we out on Caleb Williams still being the first quarterback coming out? Like, is Caleb Williams still?
So even if the Bears don't take Caleb Williams, which I'm honestly, dude, I'm kind of bouncing on. We'll talk about that next week. But I don't think the Bears take him. I think they fucking give up some picks, or they get some picks for that number 1 pick, so somebody else can go get him.
I think they get an offensive line, bro.
I don't think they take it with that first one, because you got to remember they have the second, or the Bears are winning, so they got like the 8th pick, I think.
Who the best receiver?
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. I might go get me some. Might go give me something to rival that.
Hey, okay, that's what I'm thinking. We're on the same page, then.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I might go get me a Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors them coming out? No,
yeah, Malik
Neighbors is, I believe.
Malik Neighbors is projected like the top, like a top 15 or top 20 pick.
Yeah, I'll go get me one of them and shit. See if it's really just quarterbacks. You can build these new quarterbacks, bro. Like that ain't hard. But yeah, you got to move on for Russ, Billy, because he's not gonna. It ain't gonna be next year, and he's just gonna be like, "Oh shit, I'm better than this," and snap back. Like,
no, you're right.
I mean, and he's having a more productive season than last year, but still, bro, like that's not what you need to win, especially over there in the AFC, bro. Like, if you playing the Cowboys twice a year, then yeah, but you're not. I'm wrong, Chris. Should they? Oh, go ahead, Billy. What's next?
No, I was just gonna say, we could probably move on, Tonio. We're gonna do a quick baseline. Is that cool with you?
That is.
Gentlemen, report to the baseline. To the baseline!
To the baseline.
To the baseline.
I will say, dude, they always look at him like they don't know what he's talking. So I understand his frustration because they just look at him like, "What's a baseline?" Like, what's a fucking baseline? What are you doing?
You gotta understand, Billy. They suck, so they might have didn't understand.
They ain't used to people telling them what the hell to do. They want to do shoot around all game. All practice.
No, I'm just saying. It's just like that's always the first thought that pops in my head when I watch.
Oh, right.
What the fuck is going on? All right. So
hey, y'all gonna have me go watch Coach Carter tonight.
Yeah, bro. That's it. Ken,
always a classic.
My best scorer. Yeah.
On this week's segment of To the Baseline, I'm just gonna rattle off some teams, and you tell me if what I'm saying is a brick or a bucket. How about that?
I like it.
All right. The Timberwolves stay the number 1 seed until the playoffs start.
Brick.
I love how Christian threw it in there too. Anybody?
It's just Tonio. My bad.
No. I was gonna say no. If anybody else, y'all want to? Can the Timberwolves be the number 1 seed, or are we all saying no?
That's a brick. Jamal Murray's
I like
back.
Edwards though. I like Edwards, dude.
I like him too. Send the video. Man, I like Ant Edwards a lot, bro. But nah, bro. Jamal Murray's back. Joker gonna get out that funk. Yeah, Nuggets still in the West.
All right. So are the Spurs gonna finish with the worst record in the West? Again.
Yes, that's a bucket.
Okay. Are the Grizzlies still gonna stay at the bottom of the West, even with Ja Morant coming back?
That is a brick. They are 4-0 since his arrival. Glad you brought up Ja. People trying to persecute him for doing the dance with what looks like guns, but if
that was a little wild, like he could have not done that, right?
It's not wild. It's not wild because if you know what he's referencing, then you're gonna be like, oh. So if you go to, I brought his name up earlier, Malik Neighbors. Every time he scored this year, he did the same dance. It is a popular New Orleans bounce dance, and that's how the dance is. You like shoot at the air, and it's not like guns.
Shouldn't he refrain from anything gun-wise?
Man. That was a shot at the New Orleans crowd, but like the crowd when the crowd seen it, they got hype, and everybody's like, "Oh, Chandler Parsons, did you not learn what you need to be trying to know, bro? You need."
He probably shouldn't be taking shots at nothing for the next year or two.
I'm with Chris on that. Just ease away from it.
I really want to talk about this, man. Brennan did his 25 games. And did all that. As long as he ain't on Instagram in public showing guns and shit like that, whatever the NBA rules is, y'all let that man just play basketball.
Man's only one.
He ain't doing it on Instagram. He doing it live now.
Hey, I'm just saying, if OJ got out killing a bitch, you probably shouldn't write a book about what you did if you would have killed the bitch.
right.
Hey, fuck you. That was the most gangsterous book ever put out.
I'm just saying, man. Like I said, bro. Where I'm at, if they would have been in Memphis and he would have started juking, nobody say nothing. But
that ain't got nothing to do with his backstory.
I don't care about his backstory. If I'm in a certain area, they got a famed dance that once something happens really well for one of their sports teams, i.e. Malik Neighbors, every time he scored. And they showed a whole compilation. The dude went and broke down a compilation on Twitter, like, bro, it's literally the same dance.
Okay.
Let it go, bro. So, yeah, get out of John's nuts.
Are the Suns going to stay out of the playoff picture for the rest of the year?
That's a brick. They're not as good as nobody. But I said this, and I said it at the beginning of the year. I ain't gonna break into Tonio's told him because we on the baseline. But I said this: health gonna be an issue, and what's an issue? Health.
Yeah.
Like, now, did I think it was gonna be Bradley Beal? Nah, KD and Devin Booker always hurt. Brad Beal was an Iron Man over there in Washington. He got here, and now it's just like, I can't. First 4 minutes in the game, hurt his ankle against New York, and I'm just against the Pacers.
I will say the base guy curse. He did lift it when he came to Oakland Golden State. The base god lifted the curse. He put it back on when he left. I just want to throw that out there. So, is Ime Udoka going to make the playoffs with the Rockets?
That is hard to say. That's a brick. He not.
I'm going to take a bucket because the play-in game counts as making the playoffs.
Okay. All right. Well, see, this is the thing, though, Billy. The reason why I say it's a brick, because the way it's looking, your play-in teams is going to be your Suns, your Lakers, like your Warriors. Those people are at the bottom. Those people are beating the Rockets any given day.
I think the Pelicans slide a little bit when we get closer to the end of the year. That's just me.
I don't think they slide past Houston.
That's fair. They're only a half game back from New Orleans, though, right now.
Yeah.
And then big shouts out to Jeff. Tonio, will the Mavs finish greater than a 5 seed?
Shit, no.
They just had a great game on Christmas. Luka had like 40 and 15.
We seen this.
50.
Yeah, he had 50 and 15, 50 and 16.
Oh, it's 50. Excuse me, not 40.
Yeah.
I was watching the Ravens game. I just kind of caught some highlights.
Yeah, man, we seen this last year, and then they slid after the break. They slid all the way the fuck out the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Jeff. Like, they just don't got it unless they make some drastic changes. They don't got it.
Is Joker gonna win the MVP again?
Nah, it's probably gonna be a back-to-back for Joel Embiid.
Okay. Glad you said that. So that skips my Eastern Conference question. Will Giannis and the Bucks get to the number 1 seed with him and Dame?
Nah, Celtics looking real dangerous, and they do it every regular season. So they're gonna look dangerous in the regular season.
I'm glad that you said that. Will the Celtics make the NBA Finals?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a brick or that's a bucket right there. Okay.
Yeah, they will. I'm trying. Giannis and Dame don't look like they got their shit together the first year. I know it's early, but they ain't looking as good as we thought they was. Philly, I don't know. Joel Embiid in playoff games, the last big one he had, game 7, he showed up and got us 15 points. Miami, if they don't get another piece this year, now Miami gets anything, but I mean anything. Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley will get Miami to a finals, bro. But Bam ain't the good second player that Jimmy Butler needs.
Yep. He needs to be a 3. Bam needs to be a 3 for your team to get to the finals.
Bam needs to be what Chris Bosh was. Jimmy Butler needs a D-Wade.
Christian, y'all can say something. Y'all don't have to just sit here. It's not.
Yeah, I thought it was. I fucked up when I interrupted at first.
No.
I just don't normally talk basketball because Matt's teams, well, your team too, they ass.
We'll get there. Hey, hold on. We'll get there. All right. Will the Magic win a playoff series this year?
Hell no.
Hey, they're the number 4 seed right now.
That's hard to say, Billy, because it's like I said, the East looking like the people that you supposed to be competing for that first spot ain't really doing it.
Yeah.
you got the Magic looking real good. Competing, it's hard to say, but they might win a playoff game. I ain't gonna give them a playoff series. They might take somebody to like 6 games though.
Hey, they beat the Bucks. They had 2 games on the Bucks a couple years ago.
Yeah, I said take them to 6.
Okay.
Oh, I was thinking win the series. Let me take that back. Yeah, they might win the playoff game.
No,
No,
he
I
said
said series.
series. He
Oh,
said
no,
series.
no
And I
series.
changed it to I don't think they ready to win.
Will the Wizards move? I got 2 more for you. Will the Wizards move off Jordan Poole next offseason?
Hard to say. Hard to
Who
say.
the fuck else are
'Cause-
they gonna get, man?
I mean, because it depends
Anything
now.
besides
'cause
that
now
cancer.
Yeah.
the owner is talking about moving to VA now.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I don't know how many players, because like you can get people to come to Chocolate City. It's Chocolate City. Like you can get people to come there. DC is an amazing town. Like NBA players got stadium. You can go to stadium up there. You can go to the DC nightlife. It's crazy. Strip clubs and all that shit. You coming to Virginia, bro. It ain't no strip clubs. Like, they only got like titty bars. It's a lot of shit that ain't legal here. Like Virginia is really, really
Strict?
yeah, it's strict, bro. Like a lot of these NBA players, because the rule here is if the police get called, somebody gotta go to jail. Yeah, they'll be in the news in Chocolate City, bro. They
That's
probably
not good.
get in trouble every night. They probably come on, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna take you in. This your 15th time I've been here, man. Number 17, I'm gonna take you in.
All right. Last one.
Yeah.
Will the Pistons finish with the worst record in the East?
That is the biggest bucket on the show. I don't even think.
Hold on. You said the Ravens being the best team in the NFL is the biggest bucket on the show. Did we just change it to this one?
Yeah, that is now the biggest bucket because I don't think nobody can fall off and lose as much as they like. Like they would have to win after Christmas every game to be better than anybody in the NBA.
No.
The
All we
Wizards
got to
are
do is go on a
2 games up.
3-game win streak, and we're tied with. Yeah, we got to go on a 3-game win streak, and we're tied with the Wizards. That says a lot. We lost 27 in a row. We're only 3 games behind them. Get the fuck out of here.
They
would still be on a losing streak if it wasn't for us.
That's a big, and they gonna
If they
play
didn't play
y'all.
us, they'd still be
Tonio, what did you say? What's the quote?
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Matt, y'all stink.
That
Like-
concludes the baseline.
Gentlemen, report to the baseline. To the baseline!
I like that segment. To the baseline.
Let's go from one shitty Detroit team. We'll cap it off with a good Detroit team, the Lions. Now, Matthew called them frauds earlier this year. Let's go back to Matt real fast. Are the Lions still frauds?
No. Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say the Lions were frauds. I said we're on fraud watch. Difference.
Okay, not really, but sure, of slight difference. Gotcha. Anyway, are they still on fraud watch?
No.
Are they going to win a playoff game?
No, because wait, hold on. Where my answer is going, I didn't say no that we couldn't win a playoff game, but we're about to play the Dallas Cowboys, one of the top 3 teams in the NFC, the 49ers, Lions, and Cowboys. Eagles, they fucking suck. Lions, Cowboys are going to play this week, and the Cowboys just lost their fraud watch game last week, the Fraud Bowl, as people were calling it. They lost it.
Okay.
Now, if we lose to the Cowboys, now we are playing them at home. It'll put us back on watch. But if we beat them, we beat an above 500 team, and I'll take it.
I got
The Cowboys are way worse on the road.
I got a pair of sneakers
They're
on
at
the
home.
game, man.
Cowboys are
I need y'all to win this game, man. I got a pair of sneakers going on this one.
Oh, what sneakers?
I don't know. Whatever I pick.
A pair of Skechers.
Jordan 11?
It might not be no Jordan, man. I think some basketball shoes, probably. That's what I'm thinking.
With the Kyrie 4s? Does he have the 5s yet? That's what I'm waiting on.
Kyrie will never make another shoe with Nike, Billy.
Oh, fuck. I forgot.
He's on
Anyway,
Come
reruns.
on, man.
My
Billy,
bad.
come on.
I forgot. I just love Kyrie so much. I just like don't pay attention to his haters. Christian, will the Lions win a playoff game?
Yeah, they're home. Whether they lose or win this week, I think Detroit's gonna be going crazy with that shit. That crowd is gonna be something serious.
Okay.
I think it's gonna, hype them up a little bit if they win this week, but I don't think it wins. It makes or breaks them. It'll be good to go in the playoffs with this win, but if not,
Chris,
that was a pretty good team, especially at home.
Sometimes, because you my dog, so I feel like I gotta step up and say it. What the fuck they gotta do with the question? He said,
About
will they win?
Are they gonna win the playoffs, bro? Come on.
Right, but I'm saying they got home field advantage for the playoffs.
They don't have home field advantage.
The
We
host
ain't playing at home.
For our first game.
You host
Right.
a home game. That's different than home field advantage. Don't say those are not.
Chris,
Oh well,
Only
sorry,
the number one
but
seed
yeah,
has.
they're playing at home, so
all I'm
I think
looking for
they'll get
is-
the win off that.
Yeah, that's all we was looking for. You got me.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
game,
yeah,
It is a
That's all I meant. That's all I
Gotta
meant.
keep Jared indoors.
Hey, Chris, you want to hear something crazy? If the Cowboys win that game, y'all can win the NFC. Isn't that wild? Aren't you so happy about that?
the Lions the same way. They're 11-4.
And
tied
if
with
we
the
win
Niners
the
and
game,
Eagles.
we could win.
Boom.
No, because I think if y'all tie with San Francisco, they have more NFC wins than you guys do.
The Niners have
If
a
the
tiebreaker.
Lions win
If
and
we
the
win it and
Niners
have a better record,
lose,
we
yeah,
have
they're all tied at 11-4
we
right
have a better
now.
record.
Can the Eagles still win the NFC?
Yeah.
Because they will.
I think their scenario is gonna be they need like all three of them to lose.
Yeah. Their scenario is wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
They
They
need
got
the
the
Niners to
easiest-
lose out.
they got the easiest schedule. They
Yeah.
play the Giants. This week
But
they
might be
played.
playing the worst out of the three.
Man, I said that like 3 weeks ago.
They did. Either
Shut
way,
up,
Chris, what you
Chris.
think?
God,
Yeah,
always
we don't
ready
listen
for
to you.
saying some shit that everybody knows. Shut up.
You think the Lions gonna win a playoff game, Chris?
Do I? They're in the NFC. Like, of
Everybody
course
has-
they can win a playoff game.
Is it crazy? So before,
What's
okay,
that matchup looking like though?
Buccaneers, Rams, and Seahawks
The
are the
Rams
3
right now?
wild card teams right now.
the Rams.
So yeah,
look
Right
they
good.
now
will
we're
be
scheduled to
playing
play
the
the Rams.
Rams.
Stafford coming to town. Woo!
If
Storyline
If
wise, that's what I want to
Stafford
see.
comes to town in the house he built, Matt, y'all lose.
Oh, that's the house Barry built. Easy.
No,
That's
that
the whole-
house was built before he got there. He made the bed.
whatever.
I didn't see a lot of
gonna
Lions
un-
fans
He
crying when Barry
gonna
Sanders
he
left.
gonna he gonna unmake that motherfucker if he come in there.
I
If
love
he
Matt,
made the
but
bed.
I love Matt Stafford.
No.
We're gonna have to send
the
his
Lions-
ass
if we
back
beat
over
it,
there.
Matt, stop. Matt,
Completing the Infinity Stones.
Oh, okay. So let's go, Chris. Do the Jets keep Robert Saleh after this year?
Well, they're keeping him for sure after
Said they
this
will.
year. That's what was in the notes. Their owner said that both him and Joe Douglas will be back for next year.
Is that the right call?
As far as if they're going all in on A-Rod, then I mean, I don't know what the fuck else they would do. I don't think Rodgers wants either one of them gone because they're going to bring in his best friends in the offseason. So, they get a coach in there that's doesn't really give a fuck about Rodgers, doesn't care that the former GM brought him in, just wants to win games. Same thing with the GM. Like, I don't think that's going to make Rodgers happy. And at this point, like I said, if they're all in on Rodgers, you got to keep the guys that brought him there. You got to keep them
why the
happy.
fuck do we keep making this sorry son of a bitch happy?
Who, Rodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck has he done for me lately? Ain't that what Chris? That's
2
what
years
Chris-
ago, MVP.
What Matt?
He's a white.
I don't give a
He's a
fuck.
white. It's okay.
I don't give a fuck about the MVPs. What most valuable playoff game he done won? Let's
Wait,
talk about that.
Tonio, hold on. What have you done for me lately? If it don't work for Rodgers, why does it go for Belichick? Don't give a damn what he did for you 2-3 years ago.
God is that?
Cuz,
Hey, I'm just saying, man.
That's a Super
That
Bowl
defense
win,
lost it for him.
Christian.
Defense
It's
lost
MVP.
it for him.
2009. 2011. When they win? 2009.
No, last.
2011.
Oh, you talking about Super Bowl 11?
2011 versus 2020 or 2018. When the last time we won?
18.
Yeah, about 18.
Yeah.
That would have been whenever
So
I
Brady
think-
was there because he won them all.
So
for you.
so yeah, Christian, which one? Because lately,
No.
which one is the-
Both
which-
both of them
if
are
we
over
talking-
5
if we
years
talking
ago.
Lately, if we talking 2018 will be right on 5 years. Now 2011 is 10 plus.
So when do you draw the line of somebody can be sorry for mediocre for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 4 years,
I mean,
3
but
years?
what's
Where do you draw the
mediocre
line?
though? We was just
If they
we
win
been to
Super
the
Bowls, they can
we
suck
been to
forever.
the playoffs. This motherfucker ain't.
He been to the playoffs. He been to the playoffs. He
When the
ain't won.
last time? When the last time?
Was it 2021?
Shit, no.
Yeah,
No,
they
it
lost
was-
in
they
the
lost
on
to
the
San Francisco
yeah at
and
home.
Green Bay.
At
All
home.
right, now y'all, you playing with same five?
At home. We would
Yeah,
never
because
do
it was
that in
snowing.
Gillette. We would never do that in Gillette.
It was at
home.
his house. How you gonna fit? It was snowing. He lives there. It doesn't fucking matter.
Hey,
it wasn't
man, like I
Miami
said-
going into a snow
like I
game.
said,
Talking about,
Chris-
No, I was just
said-
saying that's how the
Christian,
game was.
Like I said lately, Aaron Rodgers 10 plus years, that's the latest you could be. Goddamn.
So it sounds like you on board with if somebody wanted to make a change with Belichick. Hey, he ain't did nothing for y'all lately.
No, but you can win
Just-
6 Super Bowls and you can hang that for a second. Kobe Bryant
Um,
got the worst contract we ever seen because he won fucking 5 rings. Okay, like there's.
Hey, Christian, and we was in the playoffs a year ago.
No, y'all were a year ago.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't score though, did y'all?
Huh?
Yeah, they did.
I thought y'all lost to Buffalo like 45-0.
Fuck no, we ain't never
No.
got destroyed.
That
What
was
was the
that was
score-
regular
what was the
season
score to
game,
that
and
Buffalo
Matt Jones
game?
won
I don't
that
think
game, and
there's
he
ever
beat
been a
the
playoff game.
What was the score of the game? It was a blowout
Yeah.
where it wasn't even.
The last 40-something-0 game the Patriots was in, that's when we beat the shit out of the Colts and they called it the deflate game. That's the last one we was in.
What was the score to last year's then? It must have been like 38-3 or 38-10. Some shit that was damn near zero.
47.
I ain't the only one that remembers that. I know y'all remember that.
So
Oh,
okay, so
47.
let me move the solid question.
47-17.
So
But
if
either way,
damn. Same shit.
So if Aaron Rodgers, let's say next year he plays and doesn't do so hot either, is Robert Saleh still out of there? Because I think if he is, he gets another head coaching job right after that.
I think he might go as a coordinator for a year and then get back on the market.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll get right back into it.
It's the
Yeah, I don't
same
think
we
he-
got it.
Brian Flores. Good season, got fired.
Well, he also tried to sue the NFL, so they didn't really no team really took a chance to go grab him real quick.
He might be in the
Yeah, but he was still a coordinator.
No, he
Like
wasn't. He was
Dan
a
Quinn
linebackers
role.
coach for the Steelers.
No,
he
he
was
got-
a linebackers
yeah,
coach. He's a
yeah.
coordinator now.
he'd be like a
won
Dan Quinn.
Whatever.
He won.
Like a
it
Dan
also.
Quinn. I see.
No, he didn't.
Go
He dropped
Oh,
be
he
a great
did?
coordinator again.
Trying to be a head coach again.
Yeah.
Hey, what Brian Flores
You
is dealing with that shitty Vikings defense too is so crazy. He's doing
With
so good.
with that though, you gotta blame Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like, give me a chance to get a quarterback in here that knows how to win, not who knows how to throw the football well and lie about vaccine cards. One that wins.
Well, Saleh, I will say, doesn't get enough heat for taking Zach Wilson. We act like it wasn't Saleh that took that motherfucker at 2, and he did. So,
You're right.
but I think what he's doing with the Jets with those bad quarterbacks, I think he's showing you we can do something. I don't think he wanted Nathaniel Hackett there either because I think he sucks without Aaron Rodgers. I think if him and Woody Johnson have a conversation, he's like, "Hey, we got to get rid of them. I know you wanted Aaron to try to help us get a Super Bowl or whatever. We're relevant, yada yada yada. But if you just give me a fucking Josh Dobbs, somebody to manage this game, quote unquote, my defense will win games for us." But with that, Chris,
Dobbs managed his way out of a starting role in many though.
All right, Chris, give us the Hall of Fame just came out, and our NFL Hall of Fame, and who's on that list? Start with the big, like the easy ones that everybody's gonna yay.
I want to start with the 2 first timers first, and then I'll try to go in order who I think are like the most likely, the least likely.
There we go.
Well, in fairness, the 2 first timers seem pretty fucking likely. First up, we got one of the best tight ends in the history of the sport. I've always remembered him just from playing Madden because every fucking time he'd be in the game, John Madden would go, like, here's a guy who played basketball in high school, talking about Antonio Gates. Great for the Chargers for 15 years. The other first-timer is going to be Julius Peppers. Played for Carolina forever. Also had a couple of stints with the Bears and the Packers. What do we think on those 2?
That's really easy.
I think they first round.
First ballot for both of them?
First ballot, for real. I also, like you said, the story about Antonio Gates, I also remember them talking about Julius Pepper. Well, he played basketball in college as well. John Madden, it's really, I don't want to say it's a no-brainer because, of course, it's probably like people that, but I feel like both of these people getting in. Antonio Gates might be top 7 tight end all time. That's
top
not
5.
a stretch, is it? See,
Put him
top
in
When
5
he retired, he was easily top
Top
5.
7's not a stretch at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Top 7's definitely not a stretch.
That top 5 list might be hard for him to make, Christian. Not
Gronk,
hard.
Kelsey, Shea, Tony Gonzalez, and then that's your Mount Rushmore.
He bred an entire mold of tight end after he was done.
No, that's a good point. And he
Yeah,
had a
so
great
maybe he
spot
is.
on the league. I don't know if anybody saw that where he scored 4 touchdowns against Ruxin, and Ruxin went to him in the hot tub and was talking shit to him.
So maybe
It
top
sounds
5.
familiar.
But I think those are easy. What you think, Matt? No, yeah.
Oh, it's a yeah. First ballot.
What about you, Chris?
I don't got nothing else to that.
First ballot for both of them.
Big go.
All right. Now name the rest of it, or the other people, your favorites, Chris, from the rest of the list.
Torrey Holt to me is the other one that should be a no-brainer. I think he's the best receiver on the list. I don't know why he's not in. Am I crazy in thinking that Torrey Holt was an elite, should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer?
I'm not saying
What he did with them greatest show on turf teams.
Torrey Holt was good. I just never was a fan. But I'm not going to diminish his career and say he's not deserving. I just didn't really like his game.
Isaac Bruce was a better wide receiver on the other side, so it's hard. I think Torrey Holt is that guy who's him and Steve Smith are those. What did you call it earlier, Matt?
Very good. The cutoff.
Benchmark, like
The benchmark player. I think Torrey Holt is the benchmark wide receiver. I'm not upset that he's in. I understand it, but we talk about the greatest show on turf. Like Isaac Bruce wasn't really just running that fucking thing for Kurt Warner and them.
I'm gonna go with that one too. I think Isaac Bruce was that. I mean, and like I said, Torrey Holt was there, but I just think Isaac Bruce was the one that was like, oh shit, gotta line up against this motherfucker.
Also, let me throw it in.
He's seeing the double teams in the best corner while Torrey Holt was seeing man-to-man and the weaker link.
I want to say too, let me throw out, we were talking about Madden. I love the Rams because you could see their Madden pictures were always in their shoulder pads, and the Chiefs had those like weird long neck things. Y'all remember those in Madden?
Yeah. I always wondered that. All the Chiefs players got the Chiefs and the turtleneck. Professional, I guess. They keep it professional. Team pictures.
I'll stick with the wideouts here. If y'all don't like Torrey Holt, I don't know that there's anybody that doesn't like Andre Johnson, what he did in Houston.
Yeah.
With,
I want
David
Andre
Carr
Johnson.
and all them other bums.
I
already know what Tonio
somebody
say.
ass, but just beat somebody ass mid game. That's Hall of Fame. That's Hall of Fame repertoire right there, baby. Hey,
let me. Can I squeeze something in real quick?
Go.
I always do.
So I guess that's the green light then.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So let me ask y'all real quick, and y'all just give me a name. Would y'all rather have the receiver Andre Johnson or
Johnson.
Larry Fitzgerald?
Larry Fitz.
Larry.
More tackles.
And we ain't got to
and
spend a lot of time on it.
more tackles and drops. Easy.
Fitz.
Yeah, that's a crazy
I'm
stat.
going Johnson. More
Yeah.
punches than hits.
I think
like
Fitz,
that.
without a doubt, has the better career, but I think Johnson was the better receiver. He just doesn't have the longevity. Is that a hot take?
He
No.
want to know
Okay.
boxing on the field.
All right, so I think
want to know. What do you think,
we
man?
all in agreement on Andre.
Yeah, he's in Hall of Fame for sure. Hell yeah.
Turned a career backup into a 5,000-yard quarterback.
There you go.
We'll go to the other. There's actually two other receivers on this list, but one's on there not because of what he did as a receiver. We'll go to the other actual receiver, and that's Reggie Wayne. For me, I think this is much more clear cut of the Torrey Holt argument y'all made earlier. He played the first almost half of his career on the other side of Marvin Harrison. So I think it's hard for me to – I think he's one of those very good guys. I don't see him as a Hall of Fame level receiver.
I do think once Marvin left, though, Reggie showed you that he could have been also what a Marvin Harrison was. He just happened to have him on the other side. Because he also played really well with Andrew Luck and everybody else.
What is it? His second time up?
He retired in 2014, so he would have been first eligible, I believe, in 19.
Yep.
If I'm doing
So
the
it took
math
him a
right.
couple times. I'm with that. It takes a couple times. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I ain't mad. Let me hear the rest of the list. We'll put an asterisk beside this Reggie Wayne because I'm. You do have to play with Marvin Harrison, but you didn't. You did.
But
he led.
But that's no.
He led their wide receiver room once with Andrew Luck with T.Y. Hilton there.
But ain't we both putting in Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney?
Mathis isn't on here.
But would you say he's a Hall of Famer?
No.
He's that benchmark. Like, no, can't do it.
Okay.
Did you want to add anything, Matt?
I don't know if Matt's still on the show.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Stats.
Can you not hear me?
Go.
Yeah. Reggie Wayne definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. He has just as many yards as Marvin Harrison. People like to forget that. And then in the years following, after Harrison retired, he had 1,300 yards twice, 1,200 yards again, and then he played 2 more seasons. He played 5 seasons after Marvin Harrison. The one season he had 7 games played and 500 yards, and I missed it, but he had a bunch of touchdowns, and then he got hurt. And then his last year, he had like 900 yards. Like, he's definitely a Hall of Famer. He proved he was still a fantastic wide receiver after Marvin Harrison even left. And then that's when they're like, we're going to get Shipley. We're going to get all these white wide receivers who are slow as shit. They're not Cooper Kupp. They're not, Adam Thielen. They were just dog shit wide receivers, and he was getting open. So
I'm with Matt. Hall of Fame.
All right. Chris, let's speed up a little bit.
Now we'll go to the other receiver that's on here because of how fucking good he was returning the ball on punts and kicks. Talking about Devin Hester. Do we think a kick returner should be a Hall of Famer? Because if we do, that's an easy yes.
To me,
I personally do not.
Devin Hester should have been a first ballot. They literally changed the rules of kickoff because of this dude, and that's shortened his career. So yeah, I don't give a fuck about what Billy about or nothing. Devin Hester was probably the best offensive player the Bears had when Rex Grossman took him to the Super Bowl. He scored more points than Rex did.
I don't forget Thomas Jones was running the ball now.
Thomas Jones, come on. Don't.
Who scored? Did Devin Hester not take one to the house in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
You said offensive weapon.
Open kickoff.
Yeah, because fucking Rex Grossman was ass. The Bears.
You talking about just scoring, not meaning playing offensive snaps.
He also played with Jay Cutler and didn't do shit either.
I'm just talking about scoring in the game, Billy. That Super Bowl, Jay Cutler never went to the
Oh,
Super Bowl.
that okay. What did he do in that NFC Championship game?
Who?
Devin Hester.
I don't give a fuck about that. What's a bigger stage, the Super Bowl or the NFC? Ain't nobody gonna remember you taking one back in the NFC Championship game. But Billy, do you remember him taking one back in the biggest game?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up, then.
No, that's because you can't.
Bro,
I'm gonna make a point.
Devin,
Did he do that? All right, shut up. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't fucking make
Hold on.
saying
Here's why I say no. I'm not debating his greatness. There's only 5 special teamers in the NFL Hall of Fame. We're talking Morton Anderson, John Stenerud, George Bland, Lou Groza, and Ray Guy. That's it. No other kicker, punter, kick returner, punt returner, nothing is in the Hall of Fame.
But no other returner returned like he did as well. So somebody.
Dante Hall was pretty fucking good.
I'm not saying Dion was as good. Dion did similar numbers.
I don't give a fuck about similar, bro. I'm talking about the same.
Tonio, I'm not stop. Hold on, real fast. I'm not saying he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Devin Hester should be in the Hall of Fame for kick returning. He should not have been a first fucking ballot Hall of Fame.
This ain't his first time, Billy. Oh, you talking about because I said that?
Yeah, I'm just talking the first ballot.
I think because he won one. He won a one, Billy.
No, I know. That's why he should be a Hall of Famer.
When you do something the best,
ballot.
Yes, you is, bro. He did it the best. The best, Billy.
Okay, the best. And he sucked on offense. Sucked. Really? Was awful.
No other value anywhere else.
Yeah, well, kick me the ball and let me show you. Why did they change the rules, Chris?
That's another thing.
Why did they change the rules, Billy? Because the
NFL wants to be they changed the rules years after Devin Hester left.
Talking about the wedge.
Years.
No, it was not years.
Bet money right now.
You never gonna pay me.
That's what I'm saying. So we can still bet the money.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, we can bet. We bet. I just.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, real quick before we get started, hey, Chris, you and Matt have something like a chance to do something really cool, bro, and bet y'all first case of Fago for this Saturday, bro.
Oh,
I don't gamble.
How you want? Oh, you said Chris and me.
You don't gamble.
Chris
It's drinks, Chris.
Is.
It's a case of soda.
I don't like giving anything away.
No one's gonna. That's
except for free dick. Now let me stop.
Damn it, dude.
I get that away.
All right.
How about this?
Hey, whoa.
How about this? Wait. How about if the Lions beat the Cowboys, I'll send you a case of Fago just so you can experience it.
Oh.
Okay.
Who, me or Chris?
I mean, I don't think we're beating
Lions.
Detroit because they got a winning record. So,
Chris, you ain't never had a Fago before?
Yeah, but you're at home, so it's like we're at home, but they got a winning record. So
Are we gonna score 30 or 10? What do we do?
Depends if the defense gets 17 turnovers and 3 touchdowns themselves or not, because Dak ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, y'all bet on some
Fred
Fago.
Taylor. Fred Taylor is the next one on the list. We talked about this, I think, in the pre-show.
Yep.
He's been on Christian's corner. Hell yeah.
You just want me to summarize this up on what we said in the pre-show?
Yep.
Basically, similar argument to Torrey Holt and for some of us, Reggie Wayne. Hall are very good, not quite at that elite level at any point. Now, here's a real interesting one. I feel like this guy was extremely elite, but I don't think he played long enough. I'm talking about Patrick Willis.
Pat Willis is a fucking Hall of Famer. First round.
Should have been a first round.
First round for sure.
Hall of Famer the day he retired.
Yeah.
He only played from 07 to 14.
I don't give a fuck.
And I would say 6 of those years, he was the best inside backer in the game.
Oh, he was.
07 to whatever the fuck you said.
Yeah.
Whatever years he was there, the best.
He literally changed what linebackers were. Oh, you run a 4.3? Ooh.
What the fuck did he just run?
Fuck, they make those?
For Tonio, shout out to Ole Miss for producing it.
You know what? You know we made him at the vault, baby.
Shout out to y'all for producing it.
You know? So I'm biased, bro, but
no, you're
I'm
not.
biased.
Hey.
I'm biased to a point because this dude was fucking amazing, bro. This dude was amazing.
Patrick Willis,
Chris,
he was better than Brian Urlacher. Brian Urlacher's in the Hall of Fame. He was better than Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas is in the Hall of Fame. Patrick Willis deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. That's crazy.
Better than Ray.
No,
Hey,
he
chill
was-
out now. Now you
No.
taking a little too far. You taking a little too far.
Sorry, Tonio had a disrespectful comment. I had to pause the show. Chris.
Man, you better shut up before I call him his name that I've been calling him that you said stop. Don't say that.
Right, right.
Ray Billy.
What you-
What's his name, Billy? Ray what?
Ray Lewis?
Oh, no.
Ray
What's his
Records?
middle name that I give him?
Oh, yeah, kid. That
You say I
record.
can't just be throwing out.
Oh, no, don't. The UT? No, don't do that.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
That's not.
Let's go. Hey, let's go, Chris, before we get disrespectful on here.
All right. The next person I think got a real good case, Jared Allen, defensive end, most popular with the Vikings. That's when he came up with this little fucking
Bingo.
little
That's
Oh,
dance.
boy.
already.
Yeah,
Actually has
Jared Allen.
pretty much a similar stat line, or not similar, but slightly
we say?
better than Dwight Freeney,
Jared
who's
Allen.
also on the list. Jared Allen.
Dude, I'm a quick story, real quick. I seen Jared Allen Monday Night Football. I think I said it before.
Bro,
He sat there, got a sack, talked shit to the tackle, came back and got a sack again. I said, "Oh yeah, this is a motherfucker. This is a new ass man right here." Sitting there talking shit. They arguing back and forth. He went and got another sack. Very next play.
Because I think
That's
the
a-
tackle.
that's a
correct me
different
if I'm wrong,
breed.
Christian, but whoever, I can't remember who the tackle was. Sorry, John. But that tackle, he said something like, "You ain't gonna do it again," or some shit like that.
Right.
Again.
So you remember, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I said, "Oh hell yeah, he a different breed."
And
Yeah,
then
Hall
when
of
that tackle
Fame.
did, the next play, Jared Allen walked right past the tackle, didn't say shit to
He
that
didn't
man.
say, "Keep it humble. Let your playing do the talking." I like that.
So Hall
Let
of
me just
Famer,
whoop
yay,
your ass
nay.
all game.
We all a yay on Allen.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hell yeah.
times 5.
All right. We'll head to the next defensive end whose case wasn't as strong as I thought when I was just reading off these names. Dwight Freeney, longtime great for the Colts.
Benchmark.
Yeah, I'm
Detroit
putting
Lions legend.
what?
He played there at the end of his career.
Detroit Lions legend.
Split time between them and Seattle his last year.
Don't ever say that shit again, Matt. No, the White Freeney benchmark defensive end. He got a lot of double teams, perfected a swim move. I mean, just beautiful. But benchmark player should be Hall of Fame, yes.
I think he's right there. It's real. I wouldn't be upset if he got in, but I don't think anybody worse than him should be getting in.
No.
So I guess I'm there as well, benchmark guy.
No. If you have over 100, if you have 125 career sacks, you should be a Hall of Famer.
I agree.
There's no.
Well, yeah,
like,
he's at
what
126.
the fuck are we talking about here?
Which is why I said you need to be at least at his level. That's
Said
what benchmark
benchmark,
means.
man. All right,
No.
let's do this.
You know, if you have over 100,
Let's do this, Matt. All right, Jared
Over
Allen on the
100.
list with him. What's Jared Allen's sack number?
It's like 136
I'm asking,
or like
the-
146. Somewhere with a six,
I'm asking
pretty
the
sure.
statistician.
Yeah, 136 exactly.
See, he better.
Duh, I know this shit.
All right then. So why is
Is he better or who was a rushing mate
Mike
with
Jones?
Jared Allen? When you have
Yeah.
another
Who?
yeah, right.
Who?
When you have
Mike
another
Jones?
borderline Hall of Famer, Robert Mathis, Dwight Freeney's fighting for sacks.
Dude
he's
said Mike
struggling.
Jones.
If Dwight Freeney's not there, Robert Mathis is there, and if he gets there a second late, Robert Mathis already got the quarterback. 125 sacks with another 100+ sack quarter or DN.
Hey, what did he do?
That's
What did he do in
incredible.
Atlanta when he didn't when it was all of those double teams? What did he do in Atlanta? What did he do in Seattle? What did he do in fucking Detroit?
Right, but he was old then, y'all. Come on.
But he was 18 years in the league.
He was there for a long time, yeah.
So when
So
we
you-
say a
Okay, man.
benchmark
Well, he's
guy,
15
this is
years,
why
sorry.
this is why we're referring to him as a benchmark guy. The only players in the Hall of Fame currently with at least 100 sacks that aren't at least at that 125.5 mark that Freeney's at is Charles Haley and Andre Tippett, and they retired in the early to mid 90s. Like
Charles
the list
Haley was
is
decent tackle too.
it's littered with guys who played in this era who are not in Calais Campbell's obviously still playing.
But
I don't
think
think
of the
he's going to
chances
get
they
in.
got to sack the quarterback nowadays. You throwing the ball 50 times a game compared back then, you throwing it 25. So
Well, that ain't
the
going to
numbers
matter
are
for
kind
another
of.
10 years for Hall of Fame resumes, though.
But think about the time, like Charles Hayden, look at his
Dwight
stats.
Freeney had 16 sacks in 2004.
Okay.
Think about that. 2004 when
That
that's
was
the
amazing
end
in
of
04.
that's like the tipping point of going from passing to just we're going to run the ball 60 times a game.
Yeah, but how many times were the
2004.
Colts up and they had to pass the ball?
Yep.
Oh, we don't
What does
want to
that
talk
have
about
to do
that,
with
huh? We don't want to talk about that, huh? We ain't gonna
Right,
act
that make
like
a difference there too.
we ain't
That's
gonna act
nothing to
like
do.
he ain't had the greatest signal caller on his other side of the ball, and they was just like confusing the other defenses and putting up big
How
numbers.
good do we think Simeon Rice is? Because he's got 3.5 less
Underrated,
sacks, and he
underappreciated.
retired in 07 when teams were still running the ball every fucking down.
Underrated, yeah, but he still played with Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks on the other side too.
Yeah, he was in Tampa for 5 years. He played with Arizona before that, and then Denver and Indy after that.
No, Tampa Bay drafted. Talking about Simeon?
Then why did he play with Arizona from 96 to 2000 and Tampa from 01 to 06?
Yeah, you're
Shit.
Okay, I'll wait. Thank you very
Guess
much.
I was wrong.
Yeah, you
Damn.
were. John
I thought you
Abraham
said-
retired in
Christian
2014.
playing with fire.
John Abraham was in
Five.
Dwight Freeney's era. He's got 133.5 sacks. He
Who is
played in
that?
the same exact era.
Well, I'm pretty sure
John
John
Abraham.
He
Abraham
should be in
played
the Hall
like
of Fame
20
if you
years.
ask me.
He played longer.
Either way, because we
He
getting
played
off
longer
course.
than Freeney.
Either way,
What
because
you
we
just
getting
said?
off
Brady
course.
was playing for 18 years. Shut up, Matt. Chris, yeah.
Really, Chris, either way, we
No,
getting off
because
course.
you asked how many sacks did he have with Atlanta and Detroit? Because that was his heyday. Let me get a paycheck my last year.
Hey, Chris, either way, we getting off
Don't
course.
you fucking
For me, he's a benchmark player. That's just what it is. Who's next?
Freeney.
I just wanna shit on Matt one more time. John Abraham played 192 games. Dwight Freeney played 218 games.
How many
All right,
sacks
moving on.
Abraham had?
136.
More than Dwight Freeney by almost 2 dozen.
Wow.
How many forced fumbles
All
do you
right,
have?
so
That's
let's go
surprising.
to the offensive line. Since Tonio loves O-line and we don't really never give them any love, I'll throw two at you and you let me know on them both. Willie Anderson, one of the best left tackles in the league when he played. I think the thing that held him back personally was he played in the same division as the best left tackle during his era. Billy can give some information on the Gentle Giant if he so pleases. And then Jari Evans, I believe, was a guard for the Saints for a decade.
Good old Willie Aaron Anderson. I know that's how he said. I know he's country as fuck, bro. Yeah, he definitely did good shit up there in Baltimore. That's where he was at, right? Baltimore and Cincy.
Yep.
He ended his career in Baltimore, but he played pretty much the whole career in Cincy. 1 year in
Yeah.
Baltimore.
I'm with you, Chris. 195 games. You ain't give up a lot of sacks. That's the key to being a tackle. Like, don't get your quarterback hit. Yeah, I think so. And then you said the guard from the Saints, right? What's his name?
Jari Evans.
Jari Evans
Jari
has
Evans.
been there for a long time.
I need to add one thing before this show ends.
I don't know about Jari. I mean,
I think I would put
Wasn't he like a
Carl
fuck ton
Nixon
All
if I
Pro?
were him.
Like a
He
10-time
put
All Pro?
and Aaron Brooks.
Jari was only like a 6-time All-Pro. And you said he was with who? Aaron
That's
Brooks?
still a lot.
No, he was there when Breeze got there. At least that's when he started becoming something. 06, 07, and
No,
so
that
on.
was when they had Jari Evans and they had another like Hall of Fame guard
Carl
on the other side. I
Nix.
forget his name.
Carl
It was,
Nix.
it was like the tag team of guards.
Yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
Christian.
I
Those two
would
just
put Nix in before I would ever.
monsters of guards.
I mean, you say you would put who before Evans?
Nick Carl Nix in before I would Evans.
If we being for real, because he did play under Sean Payton, that offense when he was there, the only team that outscored that offense the years he played was us. I mean, that's saying a lot. If you can put up the numbers throwing the ball,
Christian.
then you gotta have good inside play. Drew Brees.
Christian, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Can I finish fucking talking, Matt? This
Are
okay with
you putting in a one-time All-Pro or a six-time All-Pro first? I just had to say something.
Man, on the numbers, Evans, but I don't know. I thought Knicks was better. That's just me personally.
I got a sweet spot for offensive linemen, bro. Billy hate him, and they saved his life when those big ass black ass defensive linemen from all them other Texas schools could have been like knocking his shit loose, and they wasn't.
I got rid of it quick. Okay.
Nah, you had offensive linemen probably like 6'5", the smallest being 280, and the biggest being like 340, 350 in high school, and they look like me. But no love for him, so it's crazy. But
well, that's a pretty handsome defensive lineman. I ain't scared of him.
But no, I think so, bro. I think linemen, it's kind of hard for linemen to get in there. I don't really feel like it's Jeff Saturday,
Alan Fianca,
Faneca, Steve Hutchinson, I think is in too.
Is Big Larry Allen in
What the
there?
fuck was that?
Hell yeah.
That's probably the best offensive line.
Willie Roaf.
Brian,
I'm glad he brought up Willie
Waters ain't
Roaf.
in this.
Here's why I'm glad you brought up Willie Roaf, and here's why I don't think Willie Anderson gets in. He played during an era with like Walter Jones, Orlando Pace, Ogden, Roaf. Like those are all four Hall of Famers, and he was in
some
that
real
era.
linemen.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He was very good. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't on their level.
Nah,
Jonathan
They were
Ogden.
a step above him.
God damn.
Monster. Gosh.
Man, why we ain't got a lineman like that now? All you can think of is Trent Williams, Zach Martin,
No.
and fucking.
No.
Give me three of them that's like that.
All you give a fuck. Trent Williams, Lane Johnson, fucking you talking about?
Right, look, see, now it's coming hard to think of them.
No, I'm saying like we talking about tackles because we can go to the Kelsey boy for a center. That's lineman. It's lineman out here, bro. Trey Wharf, like it's people out here.
They good now, but they wasn't fucking with them. Willie Rowe, I ain't taking no guard over him.
Different game, Christian. They gotta be more mobile. True. They gotta be more like your offensive line gotta be more hybrid because your defensive line is super hybrid. Like you can't get your traditional fat ass
offensive lineman running 4.6s.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You got those linebackers. You got to go to that second level. Your linebackers aren't running 4.6s anymore. They're running 4.4s, 4.3s.
Yeah.
I want my old lineman to take his shirt off and not look like Tyron Smith. I want him to look like fucking Andre Smith.
Tyron Smith was
Shaker, baby.
All right, Chris. Hey, just give us the last bit of players. We got to kind of end this show quick.
He wants that Willie Roaf where when they take their shirt out, they look like a bread loaf.
Right,
we got three DBs to finish out the list. 3 DBs. I don't think none of these three get in. Their last games were in 01, 08, and 03, respectively. We got Eric Allen, Rodney Harrison, and Darren Woodson. I'm a no for all three. I think Harrison probably has the best case of all of them. Yeah. He was a lead in San Diego and then won him a couple chips in New England. Hell of a hitter.
I don't think Rodney Harrison. I like Rodney Harrison, but I think he's the benchmark of not getting in. He let that catch go, that famous helmet catch. That was all on him. He missed that coverage.
One play can't define your career.
It can too.
It can for me. God damn it! If you wouldn't,
are you gonna put in?
Looking at some of them, Christian.
If that's it, is Tyree going in for making the catch?
Hey, Matt Sanchez, first play that came into your mind. Come on now. He's shit out of football. Stop playing.
Who?
That one play defined his whole career.
Oh, you talking about Tyree?
No, Matt Sanchez.
The butt fumble.
But
Tyree.
I will be real.
I mean,
Christian,
Santonio.
If any DB off the list make it, it should be Rodney Harrison.
Yeah,
I agree.
But if he doesn't get in, I'm not upset.
Yeah.
Darren Woodson, he like the benchmark. Decent, good career, but Rodney, you got to put Rodney Harrison in. He did
I
it
will say,
solid
20
for 2
years.
years.
When T.O.
Yeah,
did
and
the star
now-
dance in Dallas, when he danced on the 50-yard line, Darren Woodson was the first dude to go over there and be like, no. You're not about to do this.
What you saying? He should get in the Hall of Fame for that?
No,
for being a
I'm
tough
just
guy?
saying that's a cool little moment, man. Take it easy.
Who next, Chris?
My bad. Let me
That
take
was
it easy.
That was the last three. I kind of
Yeah.
Harrison gets my vote. I say Harrison.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
Rodney Harrison. I think Rodney Harrison.
Man, you getting mad, ain't you?
Yeah, Billy kind of made me mad about that. He said, but then I had to think about who the fuck this dude was. Get the fuck out of here. He ain't got 2 rings, 3 rings, Rodney Harrison.
3,
3?
I think.
Yeah.
I have 3.
So I got
Yeah,
Jared
So
Allen,
he came after
Jari
the first one,
Evans,
and then 1-2.
Antonio Gates, Andre Johnson, Julius Peppers is my 5.
Not a bad list.
Yeah,
But
ain't.
that was a great show. We covered so much shit in this show. Went way over the
I
top.
will just add Dwight Freeney's third all-time in forced fumbles.
No one gives a fuck.
Bro, let it go. Let it go, Matt. He ain't.
Behind Robert Mathis, that's 100 forced fumbles between the two. You know how many takeaways that is? And he still has 125 sacks? Get the fuck out of here.
All right. So with that, we will
Thank
see you
you.
guys in 2024. This has been a fantastic year, I think, of this show. Big shout out to Matt, even though he's flipping everybody off. Big shout out to Christian for being back. We really appreciate it. It's been real fun.
I feel like Chris is gonna be back a lot.
No.
He got fired.
No, I didn't get fired, gentlemen.
Yeah, he's
Tonio,
not Bill Belichick. Calm down.
take it easy. Tonio, it's been a great year. This is 2 years now doing this thing, right?
Number 2, bro.
Yeah.
Memories been popping up on my Facebook from like our In the Garage episodes. It's dope,
Yeah.
bro.
Let's close it out 3D style
What?
for all the wrestling fans. How did the Dudley Boys close them out?
Okay. I see what we're doing.
Trash.
I see y'all didn't catch on. Y'all ain't like that. Cut that out.
I'm ready for it, I think.
Garbage.
Cut that
You
out.
got anything to say to the fans?
Oh yeah. Year 2, we went from year 1, we went from like 70 followers to year 2 in and out with like 540. Year 3, hopefully make that 5,000. And we're just gonna keep growing, man. We're gonna be here. Me and Billy, I ain't never thought about throwing in the towel, and we never will. Got new segments coming. Once income tax, because Billy is partially on the black side when it comes to finances. So once income taxes hit, we'll go get t-shirts because that is the Black Christmas. I ain't really celebrate this Christmas. But in February, see me in a new car with some new BrickShots merch
Get the
on.
fuck out of here.
Oh, my taxes hit, man. That's what we'll do now, man. But yeah, man, 2024 about to be better than ever. Better pizza, better bitches, better. No, I'm just playing.
No, he right about that. Follow it.
Hey, we really do appreciate all
Papa
the fans,
John.
man. Thank y'all for subscribing and following. We'll hit the segments out. We'll do, our little here's this segment. We talked about the AFC. We talked about the playoffs. Here's the Hall of Fame segment. We'll get that going. We really do thank y'all for sitting here and listening to us for these 2 hours that we talk, man. We really appreciate all y'all's time. Thanks, man.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Dwight Freeney.